Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for this video. I'm outside this morning working on a few things in the yard, so I wanted to make sure to take you along for what I'm working on and keep you updated on everything that I'm doing. So since my last video talking about the tall fescue and the kill that I was doing on it, we've had about 2.5 inches of rain or so, somewhere around there. And we've also had some cooler temperatures. It actually is a little bit more like fall here, which isn't typical for August here where I'm at. But it has been welcome, and the grass has sure been responding to that as well. Let's take a quick look at just a couple weeks ago what the side yard looked like here. It was very dormant, very dry. Just after this rain that we've had, just 2.5 inches of rain, just look at what has happened to it. I haven't done a single thing to it as far as any fertilizers, anything. It's just been the rain. So that's kind of an interesting thing to see there, just how much that rain makes a difference. So now let's talk about that tall fescue. As you can see, these spots are definitely killed, but the thing that this rain has revealed for me is one other problem that I have, and that is that the tall fescue that I was trying to get rid of, this rain has really revealed that I have a lot more than I thought that I did. So I did kill off some of these big clumps that I found. However, I did find that there's a lot more mixed in. There's really no way to get rid of this without just completely going ahead and killing the entire thing off, and we're at a stage in the season where I'm not going to do that because, again, I mentioned in a couple of my other videos, I have some construction that's going to be done on our house yet on the exterior. I'm not sure what's going to be trampled on, but I'm sure the grass is going to get trampled on at some point. So I'm not going to do that. It's a plan that maybe I have for next year. I would definitely want to start that earlier in the summer and make sure that I start the kill earlier, and so I have everything in a row. So now for what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to go ahead with my plan here of fixing those spots that I found. I know there's still a bunch of fescue still mixed in, but what I'm going to do is aerate a bunch and just put a bunch of holes in there and see if I can't get as much new seed mixed in as possible. And the fescue that's mixed in there, as long as it's not in super big clumps, it won't be quite as noticeable. So hopefully I got rid of those. I am going around right now, and if I find any more clumps that I missed, I'm going to go ahead and dig those out or pull them out. And I found that when the grass is pretty wet like it is right now, or I should say when the soil is wet, it's actually pretty easy to grab onto those clumps and pull them out as one big clump. So that is another way that if it's just rain for you, maybe you can work on that and you can get rid of some of the other clumps without having to spray again. So that's the plan. I'm also going to start mowing this down a little bit shorter. As I mentioned in my fall renovation plan, you want to start to bring your grass down a little bit shorter before you start to do all this renovation. So that's another thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to mow this section right now. I was mowing at 3¼ inches this summer, so I'm going to bring this down to 3 inches right now. And we're going to be using the Toro Time Master and bagging that just to make sure I don't keep adding clippings to this area right now. I just want to suck everything up and start to clean it up. So thank you very much for joining me for this video. As I mentioned, we are just beginning the steps of this fall renovation, so stay tuned for more. I'll keep updating you as I work on things here in the yard, and there'll be some more videos coming very soon. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.